A week from today, she joins us as a part of the family on His Morning Crew. We're talking about Liz Ryle. So excited. I'm Rob. He's Jim. It's His Radio. And right now, she can't even wait. She's on vacation for a couple of days, a girls' trip with her best friend and her daughter in New York City. So you know who's checking in on Skype right now as we speak? It's Liz Riles on the corner of America's Boulevard and what else?
53rd.
53rd. Look at this. It is so cool. So we're connected with her on Skype, so we see the skyline of New York, which is so cool.
Right.
You'll see this on Apple TV and Roku on His Radio TV and hisradio.com. It's mobile friendly, so you'll see all this coming up later in the video replay. But good night, Liz. You're living a dream today.
We are having so much fun. So what we're doing today, and I've been to New York quite a few times, but I have never gotten to the Statue of Liberty. We've gone down, we've looked at it, from the bridge, but we've never gone. So we're going there today, taking a ferry, a very chilly ferry this morning.
How are you going to get there?
We're going to get down, we're going to Uber down to Battery Park.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to take the ferry to Ellis Island.
Good. Okay, perfect. Don't let those guys sell you the $30 package because you will never get on the island. You'll just go buy it. Because you can get there for free on the ferry.
You can get there for free on the ferry. We did buy the New York City Pass for 3 days. Well, not 3 days, 3 attractions that we could choose from. And that was one of the attractions to take a different ferry, I think it is. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do today.
Good for you. That's so cool. So what have you done so far? Because you got there Saturday.
We did. So we, of course, went to Times Square, which is always a lot of fun. I like to go in the daytime. I don't like to necessarily go at night. And then we went to Central Park yesterday and went to Magnolia Bakery, which is, and yes, banana pudding. They just have the best. Of course, you can hear all the trucks behind me, but we have just done it all. I was told to go to Foot Locker by my son to buy him a pair of shoes.
Foot Locker? What's different about Foot Locker, New York?
I think it's 4 stories of shoes.
Oh, a lot to choose from, evidently.
And for a teenage boy, that's the best. We're going to Kelly and Ryan tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah.
Can we check in with you tomorrow?
Yes. Yes. So we have to get in line. We're actually going to leave the hotel because it's about 30 minutes from here. We're going to check out leave the hotel about 5 o'clock in the morning to get in line.
Nice.
So yes, we will check in.
Are you doing this every Monday? Because we have a chair here for you,
Hey, but if you will send me on location every Monday, I will do this.
She will. You know what? We could make that happen.
What?
That would be amazing.
It'll be Liz on a mission instead of man on a mission.
Exactly.
What area of the country will Liz be in today? So,
yes.
How many bakeries have you hit?
So we've only hit 3 so far, and honestly, some of them are mom and pops, and I can't remember the names of them. But that's kind of the thing that we do is we go to the different bakeries just to ooh and ah, and we buy one thing and we all share it.
What's for breakfast this morning? Just curious.
Let me go over here. So I always, because I am fairly frugal, I don't like the word cheap, although that's really what it is. I eat off a food truck rather than pay the hotel's $35 breakfast fee, and I get a bagel, and everything bagel with a smear of cream cheese for $1.50.
Oh, so you're going there now to get it?
Yeah, I'm coming over here.
How far is the truck from you?
Oh, it's right across the street. Like, I'm in the Hilton, which is in Midtown, and you literally cross the street.
Are you at it now?
It's right here.
You're at it now?
I am at it now.
Can you order now?
Yeah, well, I'm 2 behind.
Oh, man.
So, yes. I know. Oh, wait, maybe 1 behind.
Okay, good.
So you can get a bacon, egg, cheese bagel for $3.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry.
He wants a bagel.
I will wrap it up, bring it to you. I'm not sure of the freshness, but I will bring it to you.
I just put it in the mic. It'll be good. Soften it up a little bit for 20 seconds.
Exactly.
Oh, that is so cool. Well, enjoy. We'll check in with you tomorrow.
All right. We're hoping to get to Kelly and Ryan and maybe meet them tomorrow. That would be cool.
Oh, that would be awesome. It's His Morning Crew on His Radio.
Well, I found a way of getting discounts on staying at hotels.
A discounted hotel. Okay.
Yeah, besides all those apps you see,
a website?
advertise and stuff like that.
You use a QR code?
No.
Somebody hands you a coupon?
No. You bring along your rodent friends.
What kind of friends?
Rodent. Mice.
Okay,
hamsters. stuff
so
like
you
that.
bring a hamster and just have it in your cage? What?
Okay, it's not the right thing to do. Ryan State is his name, from Utah. And it turns out he's been going to hotels and getting some rooms, and then he lets his mice and hamsters loose, and then complains about the hygiene of the place.
Oh, no, he's not.
How filthy it is. And he gets it for free.
That is so
Wrong.
disrespectful, wrong. That is just
But he's been doing that for a couple of places.
manipulative.
Yeah, it's a scam
Wow.
he's been running, and he's done at least 3 hotels.
He
But
finally got caught, huh?
we don't know how he got caught. Maybe someone just got suspicious, whatever. But now he's
Because
facing
everywhere he
charges.
goes.
Yeah. Hamsters. I mean, where do you find a hamster, just loose? I mean, it's not like an infestation of hamsters anywhere. Mm-hmm. They're usually just pets.
Mice. I mean, you get mice at pet stores.
Yeah, or rats.
So that would have
Why don't you
been-
up the game to rats. What's wrong with him?
Rats.
But he's facing 3 counts of criminal mischief and 2 counts of theft by deception. I've not heard that, but it makes sense.
That is deceiving.
Yeah, so
That is
don't
just
do
horrible.
it anymore, Rob.
Well, here's the thing. You can try, but you'll always get caught. This guy got caught.
Yeah, just
So he thought, oh, I tried it once, and then he tried it again, and the third time,
right.
Too
Yeah,
bad,
catch
buddy.
up with it. Just use the apps and get a discount.
yeah, a real discount.
Now, it's not unusual that a 4-year-old wee lad is into dinosaurs, right?
Okay.
I know my son, one of them was into dinosaurs. Can't remember which one, but
You don't know if it's Michael or Mason? Eli, I mean, my youngest, he loves dinosaurs still today.
no way. And
Yes.
you bought him many
Yes, Star Wars and dinosaurs,
live ones.
and replicas.
Oh, okay. Just testing you, Rob.
Yes, Jurassic Park is in our backyard.
Well, yeah, you know what a Carnotaur is?
No, but
Carnotaur?
I can ask Eli and he'll tell me.
Yeah, it's a vicious one. You don't want a live one in your backyard. But little Theo, who's 4 years old, he asked his parents for his birthday to get the largest Carnotaur you can find. So it just happens that his mom noticed that an amusement park nearby was going out of business, and they're selling their dinosaurs. You see that all the time. So they went on there and they ordered it. Now it was $1,289, right?
Right.
That's pretty pricey. But apparently, I'm thinking they had some money. Not a big deal. Hey, make the son happy. He didn't realize until it showed up how big it was. It was 20 feet long.
That's huge, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. And they had to bring it in with a crane.
No.
So I'm sure the neighbors are thinking, okay, what's going on over here? But they said it was a kind of a crazy purchase, but the son loves it. They're inseparable.
I'm sure.
He calls him Chaz.
Chaz the dinosaur.
Yeah. So try to top that with your kid, huh?
I can't. It's just a little miniature thing that's like 20
Well,
cents.
Don't let him see this story then.
I will not. Rudy, he works at this cafe and he so cares about the way that his community looks. Now, he lives along the coast in Indonesia, and there's a lot of trash. So Rudy tries to get people to help him clean up the trash. No going. People don't want to help this guy out. You're on your own, dude. So he's like this fun uncle type, and he thought he'd dress up as Spider-Man one day to play with his nephew. But his nephew, who was 2, was like scared of the costume, so he's had it put away for a couple of years. But just recently he thought, let me put this thing on. And so he put it on, and now he's cleaning the streets on where he is off the coast of Indonesia. And people are like, dude, look at that. Spider-Man is cleaning up the streets where we live. And I mean, there is a lot of trash, a ton of it along the coast, on the beach, in the ditches, along the gutters. And so now he's cleaning it up as Spider-Man. And check this out. People are all into this guy. And they're like, wow, Spidey's cleaning up. Let's go and help Spider-Man clean up. So he now single-handedly, as Spider-Man, cleaning up the coastline and the streets of the town he lives in Indonesia, now has a whole community that's helping him out. How cool is that?
So Rudy is Spider-Man?
Rudy is Spider-Man.
You just gave it away.
I know. It was some dude named Peter.
No, it's Rudy.
Now it's Rudy, and he's cleaning up the streets of real trash in Indonesia.
It is Girl Scout cookie season, Rob, as you well know, because you rack up on those kind of things. But mine were delivered yesterday or Saturday. It was delivered sometime.
So you just got it over the weekend?
Yeah. And of course I pass it on to the family because I don't need sugar anymore. But adorable. I can't help it when the little girls come. I have to buy something because they're so cute. And I go to Phoebe Perks retirement home and buy from the adorable little Ronnie. She sits up there and sells her cookies.
Oh, right that's nice, at the retirement home. So that those at the retirement home can have some of the Girl Scout cookies. That's good.
Exactly. And she's been doing it for a while now.
Oh, how long?
Well, since 1932.
Wait a minute. A resident is doing this of that retirement community?
She's 98 and still selling them cookies.
Cool. Way to go, Ronnie.
Which shows that it's a good diet if she's 98.
I'm sure.
Obviously, it's health food to it, but she just is so casual about it. She just loves doing it.
It was just part of living. And that's what really Girl Scouting is. It teaches you how to live.
Teaches you how to live there, how to eat cookies. She's pretty sharp, 98 years old.
So she continues to do this. She's never stopped.
She's sitting there in her uniform. It's so cute.
Oh, you're kidding me, really? So she still wears the Girl Scout uniform?
Yes, making a living there at the Phoebe Perks retirement home.
So she must have, she's 98, she must have been retired for quite some time, but still doing the Girl Scout thing.
Yeah, we're a little bit retired.
That's cool. I love that. And, it makes me think about you and something that God has purposed you to do on this planet. For Ronnie, she's doing Girl Scout cookies, right? At 98, she's never stopped. But what about you? What is it that you will never stop doing? God uses you in this area, and you don't ever see yourself stop doing this, what God has called you to do. So what is it?
There's a man named Jason. He suffers from severe depression and bipolar disorder. And he's got a therapy dog, little mini schnauzer.
Oh,
cute
nice.
Little thing. That's his therapy dog to get him through things. I don't know. But it turns out the poor little schnauzer had a little heart issue, like an enlarged heart.
Oh, that's horrible.
I know. So he was a little upset about it. And he found out, well, there's an operation. There's a specialist in Japan where they started this. You can get it for $17,000. Whoa, $17,000, you say? But now there's a specialist in Florida. And rather than $17,000, how much does it cost in Florida?
It's about $45,000. I've already cashed out my 401k.
No.
And using every penny of my savings. And I'm also looking into selling my car if need be.
Well, I need a car.
You're going to buy it from him so he can do this?
I don't know what kind of car it is. But that's a lot of money. $45,000. Obviously, he loves his dog.
He does, yeah. But, investing that much to cash in on his 401k and sell his car, and probably try to figure out other ways to raise that money to spend $45,000 to help this dog out.
Yeah, and
wow.
I'm just going to lay this out there. I love this little dog. The dog is 12, so I'm just laying that out there.
But he loves his dog.
But he loves his dog.
He's willing to do whatever it takes to do something for him.
Well, yeah, it's always sad when your dog that you love so much, especially a therapy dog, because they're expensive anyway, and going through so much training, and they help you with this, and it would take forever to get another dog trained and help them out like that. But
we had a $3,000 surgery on our dog's hind leg.
And you're still limping from that, aren't you?
Yeah, well, Asher is gone now. I mean, he died earlier, near the end of last year before Christmas. He passed away, but I get it. I understand, because you're so attached. These dogs are a part of your family. I know he's 12, but, I mean, this guy loves him so much.
Yeah, would you spend $45,000?
No.
Rob!
I know, it makes me sound cold-hearted, doesn't it? I'm so sorry. This is just so cool to hear what this... I guess you call her a young lady, so to say, right?
She is just a little Girl Scout named Ronnie. It just happens to be 98. She's been doing it since 1932, selling Girl Scout cookies.
Since 1932.
Yeah.
That is wild. She's never stopped doing that. So we started thinking this morning at 800-447-7234 of something that you don't think you'll ever stop doing. I mean, God has called you to do this. You continue to do this. What is it for you at 800-447-7234? Now, we're hearing from Nina. And Nina, you say you've been doing what you've been doing since you were what? A teenager, like 16 years old?
I was younger than that. I might have even been 11 years old. I sent a letter to somebody that I heard of through someone else that was going through a tragedy, and I sent them a note and drew them a picture.
That's cool.
To try to cheer them up.
And you still do this today?
I still do it today.
Your last birthday, what did you do?
Somebody that I knew had a friend that was going through a loss, and it was a friend of a friend, and so I sent them some books on grief that were Bible-based.
Nina, that is so cool that you do that. That's some great ideas, too, to do something for somebody else on your birthday. Been doing that since she was 11. That is so cool.
There's a recent photo that had over 9,000 shares, and it was of a man kneeling in the rain, bowing his head, had his hat off, he was bowing his head, his hand outstretched, praying for this funeral procession that was going by. It was a fallen police officer in Alabama, Nick O'Rear.
Oh, I saw this.
Just 33 years old. It was just taken down in the line of duty.
Horrible.
And so Joseph Brewer was the guy that they get the picture of. You know, of course, there was the streets were just lined up with people showing their respect. But this guy, he was kneeling in the rain and just praying the whole time they're going by. And it turns out this guy was a friend of the officer, and he knows a lot of near-death experiences. At one time, he was hit by a drunk driver and did a lot of messed up his back really bad. And then again, he was hit in crossfire.
The same police officer.
No, this guy who's just a friend
the guy
of
who's
this.
praying. Okay.
Yeah, and he took a bullet. And then another time, he was working on these utility lines, and he was run over by a utility truck.
No way.
So he knows near-death experiences, and so he says each time he goes, it's because my faith in God is what got me through.
And he's the one, I think I've seen this on social media, he's the one that's kneeling in the rain.
Yes.
With his head bowed, his hat off, and his arms stretched out toward the funeral procession that's driving by.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I'm thinking his priorities are straight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. He's a humbled man and just praying and asking God to bless the family and protect the officers. So
yeah,
you like to see people like that around.
We have a dear family member here at His Radio whose father just passed away. His name is DJ. Bobby, his dad, passed away, and the funeral was just last Friday. Beautiful funeral, too. We know what it means to be praying for families that are walking through loss today. Well, here's something that Epic, who's a YouTuber, just did. He decided to give back. So he knocked on random doors and he was offering, get this, to pay rent of anyone who answered their door. He would literally pay their rent. So he knocked on one guy's door and asked how much his rent was. And here's what happened.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go.
Why is this?
Oh, that's for your next rent. You said 1,200, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You know, I've been praying about this. I don't have rent money for tomorrow.
Are you serious? Well, there you go. Now you have it.
$1,200. Wow, that's incredible.
It is, isn't it? Just out of nowhere. So he was praying. God answered, but not in a way that he thought he would answer. This came right to his door.
Wow. That'd be nice. I was going to say something foolish like, man, why isn't he in my neighborhood? But actually, Rob, that would be fun to do yourself, going to doors and doing that.
You know what? If somebody would help me do that kind of stuff, I'd do it. Absolutely. How cool is that?
Practice on me, Rob.
Okay. Well, first, I need somebody to give me $12,000 for your rent.
$1,200.
Because this guy lives in a mansion. Sarah is a school principal, and I love this lady because it's in her whole DNA to make sure that the kids that are at her school are learning about kindness and character and what it means to give to others. Now, one of the students has a dad who became really ill, and he's needed a new kidney since 2018. So he began experiencing through this whole process vision problems. That turned to be renal failure, and he needed a dialysis. Better yet, the doctor said either you're on dialysis the rest of your life or you need a kidney transplant. So Sarah, the school principal I was just telling you about, she really felt that God was telling her to do something, and that was to give him a kidney. She's like, really? So she finally gave in to this calling and this prompting. She went to be tested to see if she was a match. Yeah, you're right. She was a match. And so just last month, January 13th, the transplant took place. Nate, that's the dad's name, today is healthy. He's strong with his new kidney. And it turns out that he had a hard time putting into words what this meant to him.
So it runs through my mind all the time. What can you do to thank her for this? What can you do? Words aren't enough. You know, do I cut the grass every day? Do I paint her house? I mean, what do I do?
How do you say thanks to somebody who gives you a kidney like that? So they've got this strong bond for the rest of their life. Absolutely amazing. And she just did this out of the kindness of her heart for a student's dad in the school that she's the principal of.
It's more like the kindness of her kidney as opposed to her heart. But yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
I'm just helping you
for
with
pointing
the
out the semantics of that whole thing.
Yeah, that's a pretty good principle. You can only do that so many times, right?
Only once.
Yeah, so
only once.
That's
and
amazing.
She did it for Nate, and that is amazing.